how can we set our side hustle up for success? So first of all, consume less, implement everything. So you learn the most when you actually do the work. And trust me, I've been there where I purchased like one course after another, because I had a limited time offer, but you gotta implement. Please. This is really, really key. The more you focus on implementation, the faster you will see results in your side hustle. Don't get stuck in your head. Like, really just get stuff done. Next one, try over and over again. Never, ever give up. And I can guarantee you that you fail 99% of the time. And that is completely normal. Seriously. So when I started my entrepreneurial journey, I promised one thing to myself and one thing only. I will never give up. Failing means learning, and failing has nothing to do with your identity. Like, you're not a failure. That doesn't exist. It just means that the method that you've been trying just didn't work out. That's failure. Seriously. Okay, another thing that's really key to make your side hustle successful is to make decisions based on your vision. So if you let your emotions run your life or your business, you'll have a really hard time building a successful business. Because here's the thing, when you study the world's most amazing and most successful entrepreneurs, they show up. Even if they don't feel like it. Even when they're scared, even if they're like super bored, even if they just like heard another no, they show up. Another way to make your side hustle successful is focus on getting others' results. So when you applied for your corporate job, you needed bullet points on your resume to get that 6-figure job. But when it comes to entrepreneurship, you just need one thing and one thing only: results. That's it. For the longest time, I believed I wasn't qualified to teach because I lacked certifications, right? And I saw myself as like not being an industry leader in my space. When I started out, I felt like a total imposter. Like, I felt like a fraud. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna ask people for money, right? But once I grasped this one thing, that you only need results, it changed everything in my life. And so I want to give you a little bit of an example. Are you ready for it? Imagine you're buying a beach house in Costa Rica as like an Airbnb investment, right? And the goal for you is to make 6 figures a year of passive income with your Airbnb in Costa Rica. And let's say you have 4 different options you can choose from. Number 1, you can go to school to get a degree in business. And you will have that degree by the end of school, right? So like let's say 3 to 4 years. Number 2 is you can take an Airbnb training on Airbnb's website that will give you a certification by the end of the training. Option number 3 is you can buy an online course from an Airbnb guru. His name is Michael, who built a 7-figure Airbnb empire in the US. And number 4 is you can join a membership with Costa Rica Airbnb guru Sarah, who built a 7-figure Airbnb empire in Costa Rica. So now the big question is, which option would you go for? 1, 2, 3, or 4? And I can tell you, I would always choose number 4, because all I care about is getting results. I have like zero interest in getting a degree. And so the more someone knows about what I'm trying to figure out, the better. Those are the people I want to hire. So no, you don't need a degree. Your degree is getting other results. And that's the most important certification that you ever need. Like when I got Tanya to 6 figures in 8 months, that was all the results I needed. Okay, here's another way to make your side hustle successful. Focus on value and revenue generating tasks only. So when it comes to your mile-long Trello list, no wonder you're feeling overwhelmed. So focus on 2 things only. Number 1, provide massive value for free. And number 2, focus on revenue generating tasks. That's literally it. That's why it's so key to have goals, because when you see your goals, I have mine hanging like literally in a way where I see them every day. And whenever I start working on something, I literally look at my to-do list and I look at the goal and see, okay, will this activity actually bring me closer to the goal, right? One, will it provide massive value for free, or will it generate revenue? And if it doesn't, it gets off the list. Another amazing way to make your side hustle succeed is to embrace an entrepreneurial mindset. So what that means is what makes you successful in your 9 to 5 will not make you successful in your business. Let's say if you constantly fail in your 9 to 5, I mean, you're getting fired, right? Whereas as an entrepreneur, failing is key. Failing is learning. That's how you evolve. I used to think that I just needed to put in more hours into my side hustle because that's what got me the promotions in my day job, right? So that's what I thought would work. But guess what? It's about results. It's not about the hours. So work smarter, not harder. Another amazing way to make your side hustle succeed is to freaking obsess with your customers. So no matter what stage of business you're in, whether you're here or here, you always got to talk to your customer, like regularly. If you don't do that, something's off, and I can guarantee you that your revenue is going to suffer from it. Your customers pay your bills. They pay your salary. So treat them like royalty. If they don't buy, your product doesn't solve a problem they're willing to pay for. I mean, it's that simple. Or if they can't relate to you and your brand, or you weren't loud enough so they couldn't even know that you existed. So make it your number one priority to get to know your customers, and more importantly, their pain points, like inside out. Okay, another way to make your side hustle super successful is to work on your side hustle first and then your 9 to 5 second. So before I enter any call for my day job, I work on my side hustle. Like, I'm most productive in the morning, plus I also have the most energy and the most willpower in the morning. So this is why I prioritize my own dreams before I work on any other people's dreams. Because, I mean, you have a choice. What is most important to you? Your day job or your dreams? It's your choice. But here's another really amazing side effect. You will feel so much more accomplished throughout the whole day. Like, literally show up better in your 9 to 5 when you actually work on your side hustle in the morning, because you know you're already doing something for yourself, and then that positivity and that momentum will carry over to your 9 to 5. That's how I landed literally 2 promotions in 2 years. And the good news is, once you're done with work, you can do whatever you want. That's real freedom. Okay, next up, consistency is everything. I remember listening to Lewis Howes' podcast, The School of Greatness, and he mentioned how number one key ingredient to success in your business is consistency. You have it in your own hands to turn your side hustle into something really huge. The only thing standing between where you are now versus where you want to be, right, and where your biggest dreams are, that's where your fears are, right? I really want you to set ambitious goals and put the work in every single day, even if you're afraid of it. Show up when you feel weird in front of the camera. I mean, show up when you don't feel like it. Show up when you're freaking scared. I actually have a really big headache right now, and here I am showing up. So this is why, consistency is one of the biggest magic ingredients to making your side hustle successful. Another really amazing way to make your side hustle skyrocket is a high sense of urgency. Have you ever had a deadline come up and you're like, I really need to get this done, but I have no idea how, but somehow you were able to pull it off? Remember, that is a high sense of urgency, and that is when you get results done. So when you set goals, be a maniac on a mission to really get your goals done. I mean, literally, think like your life depends on it. And don't be afraid to ask your friends to support you and post your goals on social media. Another amazing way to make your side hustle successful is to do it for others. There will be so many days, I'm speaking from my own experience, where you really don't want to work on your side hustle. But here's the thing. Once you no longer make it about yourself, but you make it a mission to really just impact others, I will tell you, magic will happen. You will feel so motivated like never before. So the more you focus outward, the more success you will see in your side hustle. And it's going to be way more sustainable success because you're making an impact and you're getting paid. And it's the best feeling. Another important way to make your side hustle succeed is you fall in love with sales. Yeah, I used to hate sales. Why? Because I really hated it when people came to me and like wanted to sell me something that I didn't need. And so those salespeople really gave sales a bad name in my experience. But when I did Dean Graziosi's course, I realized that sales at the end of the day is service. So if someone has a problem and you have a solution to that problem, and they're suffering, right? Like, why wouldn't you not sell your product? Like, why do you want to keep them in pain? So keeping it to yourself is actually a disservice to the people who need you the most. Think back when you face like an enormous problem in your life, like a health scare or something. Like, think about it. Like, what if someone came to you and said, here's a solution on a gold platter? Like, why wouldn't you say yes, right? And it got others who were struggling with the same thing results. Would you feel bad about spending that money? Of course not, because selling is service. Another way to make your side hustle successful is to sell your product first and then develop it. So why would you develop something if you don't even know if someone will buy it from you? When you start a business, you don't know at all if you have product market fit until someone buys from you, literally. And revenue is the key to growing your business. So instead of locking yourself into a DIY office and build a course, like I did, sell it first and then develop it. It's how all the big pros and experts do it. Elon Musk did it with the Cybertruck. That's how the most successful entrepreneurs do it. There's a reason why, because it works. Another way to make your side hustle really successful is to see your product as a constant work in progress. So you'll never get your product right the first time. And you're never gonna right the second time and the third time. Plus, your customers' needs will evolve over time anyway. So constantly ask for feedback from your customers and really just see where are they getting stuck and then iterate your product based on that. So when I started Side Hustle School, where I teach you the most effective way to build a 6-figure business that you love without giving up your 6-figure income, I send out weekly personalized emails. I would literally sit down on a Friday for legitimately 4 hours and write personalized emails to each one of my students and wanted to make sure that they were on track, right? Then I did a survey and I was like, how helpful is this? And guess what? No one really read this and really cared. So then I was like, okay, I might just scratch that. By the way, if you're interested in Side Hustle School, I will put a link down in the description below. Just see if it's open right now. Otherwise, just get on the wait list because I do like to over-deliver and give some really great discounts when I launch. Another great way to make your side hustle successful is to fall in love with your customer and their problems. So your idea might not solve a problem your ideal customer is willing to pay for. And I see that a lot with students that, for instance, just start with an ebook or a journal. And this is why it's so key to focus on falling in love with your customer's problems first and not your product idea. What is it that your customers really, really want? So for instance, when I started out, I developed this leadership course for millennials because I was like, why not? But no one bought it because millennials don't freaking care to climb up the corporate ladder anymore. They actually no longer want to trade time for money. So they want to build their own businesses. They want freedom. They don't want to go up the corporate ladder. And that's when I realized ooh, the side hustle, that was something that I was like, oh, okay, maybe that's what they want. And that's how I found my niche, by falling in love with my ideal customers problems, and desired outcomes. Okay, another great way to make your side hustle succeed is to focus all your efforts on one business. So there's this amazing book called The One Thing by Gary Keller and I think Papasan. It's all about finding that one big domino and focus all your energy on that one big domino and nothing else. That means one company, not several companies. So think about it. What is the one company you really want to build? The one that you would really regret not having built. And that is the one, that you feel most excited about. Also think about the one that you feel so excited about, even if it's not making the most money yet. Like, follow your heart and the money will follow. Another amazing way to make your side hustle successful is to chase one-on-one connections. I used to post content to increase my following. And while it's a great outcome, I realized that it's actually so much better to have a smaller number of followers, but they're super, super engaged. I mean, rather than having like a large audience and like no one really cares about what you do. No, I don't want that. I want an impact on people's lives. So seek one-on-one connections. It's gonna really, really bring your business to the next level. So whenever you post content, really think about, how can I add value to one person's life today? What is it that they need to hear the most right now? That's really all it takes. And guess what? You can easily create a 6-figure business with just a couple of thousands of followers. You don't need tens of thousands of followers. No. Next, get a negative comment. Continue. There's this really amazing book, I have it somewhere up here. It's called The 4 Agreements, and it talks about taking nothing personally. It's, by the way, such a great book. I can highly recommend it. So whenever you see a negative comment, I really want you to think about it this way. It's more about them than it is actually about you. So something you said triggered them, not the other way around. So then the question really becomes, do you really want your entire life goals to be blocked by a complete stranger on the internet? Of course not. When you go for your dreams, there will be people trying to get in your way. I mean, there's no way around it. And that is completely normal. It's part of the process. So expect it to happen because it's gonna happen. And know that it's more about them than it is actually about you. Another great way to make your side hustle successful is to do it for the impact. You started a side hustle to do something that you truly love and you want to give back, right? And you want to really enhance society. So when you lead with impact and service, let me tell you, the money will automatically follow. So chase a purpose that is larger than yourself and help others, give back, like become the best version of yourself. And I can tell you, like when you get your first thank you messages, it is the best feeling. Like literally changing someone's life and getting paid for it. Like there are no words that can describe that feeling. It's the best feeling. And you know what? It's so possible for you. Next up, do what you're scared of. So when you're scared of something, it owns you. So the only way really to overcome your fear is to just push through it and do the same thing that you're scared of over and over again. Because that way you create a new neurological pathway. So for instance, are you afraid to show your face on social media and be seen, right? Then just do a 30-day challenge where every day you post content. And then I can tell you after the 30 days, you're no longer afraid. Here's the funniest thing about all of this. Once you actually do the work, you notice it's not that scary. Another way to make your side hustle super successful is done is better than perfect. Yes, seriously. As an entrepreneur, you need to be okay with sucking and just launching things that are 80% done. I know the perfectionist in us is like, right? But If you wait forever, you never grow your business exponentially. Another way to make your side hustle successful is to give your most valuable content away for free. Yes, and this took me a long time to realize this, so don't make the same mistake. But think about it this way. If you give away your absolute best content for free, what will your customer think? They're like, wow, wait, this person over here, like, what will they even deliver once I pay? And that is the question you really need to evoke. And customers don't really pay you for the content anyways. Yeah, surprise, surprise. I learned this in my business coaching. But the reason why customers pay you is, one, for content organization, right? Because they want to have like a shorter path to go from A to B, right? To go from idea to 6 figures. It's called the success path. So you can go through all of my YouTube videos, right? You can, but if you don't know how to prioritize the right things in the right order, you're gonna waste a lot of your time. So, and then another thing why people hire you is for accountability, believe it or not, very key. And then the last thing too is some people, they just want to support you. Like, they really love you. And I even have some people in Side Hustle School who have never ever like looked at my content library. Crazy, right? Okay. Another amazing way to set you up for success in your side hustle is you want results in a decade. So when you start your journey, there's the cold start problem, right? Like the hockey stick curve. So in the beginning, you will not see a lot of results at all. And that is completely normal. So don't freak out about it. All the really good things in life, they take time. So instead of thinking about something, that is making you money today, really think about how can you make an impact today and delay when you will get money for it. Because again, if you lead with value, if you lead with service, the money will automatically follow. And here's the thing too, that way you also put away that enormous pressure that you might have on yourself to perform right now. Another amazing way to make your side hustle succeed is you have real boundaries. So you guard your calendar like your life depends on it. You are the CEO of your time. I mean, working on weekends? No freaking way. You schedule deep work time so that you get the most important things done first thing in the morning, and you just love to guard your time. And the other thing too is like you don't compromise on spending really quality time with your friends or with your coworkers or even, working on your dreams with your side hustle. You own your schedule. No one else. That's how you succeed in your side hustle. Another way to succeed in your side hustle is to excel in your 9-to-5 job. Here's the thing. How you show up in one area of your life is how you show up in your entire life. Yes. So your 9-to-5 is your investment fund for your side hustle. You never know if some of your coworkers or the leadership team will become your customers one day. You don't know, right? Could happen. And again, you're still getting paid. So go all in on your 9-to-5. That way you will never have a problem with like jeopardizing your job. And if you don't know how to do it, that's why you should join Side Hustle School. Because when I started out, there was no membership, no online course really explaining how to create a productivity system that allows you to grow a side hustle while succeeding in your 9-to-5. That's why I created Side Hustle School. And I got promoted twice in 2 years while working on my side hustle and building it. Fun fact, your side hustle will actually make you way better in your 9-to-5 if done right. Okay, another way to make you succeed in your side hustle is you love money. You have a loving relationship with money. Money is your best friend. Every time money comes to you into your bank account, you say thank you. You're like, I love you. Money loves me back. You educate yourself about money, and you know that the pie is big enough for everyone. Because when you love money and you treat it like your best friend, magic will happen in your side hustle. Another great way to make your side hustle successful is to make time. Schedule dedicated time for your side hustle. So the majority of time we waste every day is spent, I would say, on 3 things. Phone, TV, and a scattered calendar without any deep work. So, when you work on your side hustle, literally schedule time in the morning to go really deep and just get the work done. Another great way to succeed in your side hustle is to invest in yourself regularly. And I believe that the number one reason why so many businesses fail is that entrepreneurs really shy away from doing the hard work they're really afraid of. When you start a business, your side hustle, I always say, is kind of like a mirror, right? It's reflecting your own dark side and all the things that you can't do or that you suck at. It's a very scary place to be. This leaves you technically with two choices. You face the fear or you run away. And let me tell you, the coaching investments that had the largest return on investment in my life were those that actually made me heal my childhood trauma. Yeah. Many new entrepreneurs, they feel like super overwhelmed and hesitate to face that dark side. However, once you're on the other side, there's just like so much love and joy and gratitude to be on the other side, and you can't ever go back to the old side. Like, no way. Okay, and here's a little extra nugget for you. When I was younger, I was pretty self-sufficient. I accomplished everything myself. Like, my mom never did homework with me, ever. So I learned how to do it myself. And if I had a bad grade in school, I would just work harder. So that's how I ran my life. But here's the thing, and I learned it the hard way. Doing it all by yourself won't work when you start a side hustle and you want to make it successful. It just doesn't work that way. Literally, don't waste years on trying to figure it all out by yourself. So if you really need support, make sure to get on the wait list for Side Hustle School. I'm like so excited because, I wish I had this when I started out. And I always do a special deal the first day I open the doors. So make sure to get on that email list ASAP. I hope this was awesome. I can't wait for you to give more, be more, and earn more. And I also can't wait to see you in Side Hustle School. If you're interested in creating personal financial freedom for yourself, check out these videos next.